ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we have successfully finished 5 slokas in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Devotional Service, Bhakti Yoga. This chapter has got only 20 slokas, one of the very small chapter actually, this chapter, Bhakti Yoga. But Krishna is actually teaching us, giving us a lot of information in this chapter also. Each and every sloka is actually full of knowledge. Because Arjuna asked such a great question. Arjuna asked Krishna, how to worship you? To worship you as a person or worship you as an imperson, in your impersonal feature? It's a very important question actually. So, for us, for devotees of Krishna, we just can get all the answers directly from Bhagavad Gita. We don't have to go anywhere and consult with anyone, and we don't have to listen to anyone also. We just have to listen to only Krishna. That's what is very important. Because no one is above Krishna. Mattaka parattara na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. There is nothing else which is superior to me. That's what Krishna is saying. So, when Krishna is the source of everything, and Krishna is above everything, and Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we can actually directly listen everything from Krishna, directly listen to Krishna. Understand this entire Bhagavad Gita from Krishna directly. So that means we need to understand this entire Bhagavad Gita very well. Because by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, we are actually knowing about ourselves. We really know how to act in this life. It's very important. Every day we are acting. When we move our hands and when we move our legs, so that means we are acting. That's what we need to know. So they are known as karmendriyas. Karmendriyas means working senses. Anything we do with our legs and hands and with our voice, then we are actually acting. And everything starts with our mind also. Sarira van manobhihi yat karma prarabhate naraga nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaga. That's what Krishna says in the 18th chapter. Sarira van manobhihi yat karma. So karma, that means the action, the activity we can do with our body, sarira. That means when we are using our hands, legs and everything, when we are doing an activity. For example, if you are driving a car, so we have to keep your hands on the steering, and we have to keep our legs on the accelerator and brake and everything clutch, whatever it is. So then we have to also use our knowledge acquiring senses also. We need to see the road with our eyes. So that way, with our sarira, with our body, we are acting. That is what is called sarira. One means by speech. That means we can ask someone to do something and they will do it just based upon our instruction. So that means actually we are doing that work. We can pay someone and ask them to do a work for us. So maybe a servant maid. So when they are working, actually you are paying for them and they are working. So that way it is one. So by speech, so we are acting. So sarira one, manobi. Mano means with our mind. All these actions, actually the desires, they are coming to the mind. So that's what we need to understand. That's kama. So when our mind is actually focused on Krishna, there is actually prema. When our mind is focused on material sense objects, that is known as kama. So that way, all these activities are actually, they are all, we need to understand which one we need to do from this Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. How to perform our duty, we need to understand very, very clearly from Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very, very important. Because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He directly, Krishna is explaining to us what we should do. So just listen to Krishna. When we listen to Krishna, when we understand this Bhagavad Gita, we don't have to listen to anyone else. In this sense, that doesn't mean that we ignore others. But in terms of understanding about ourselves, understanding that we are not the body, we are the soul, and understanding about how to free ourselves from this material wealth. So anything related to our soul and our Krishna, we just have to consult only with Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Tasmat Sastram Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vivastito. Just consult this Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita is the Sastra. Iti Guhyatamam Sastram. So that's what Krishna is saying there. So that way, by Krishna's mercy, we are studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita nicely. We are making great progress. And Arjuna is asking very nice questions and Krishna is answering everything in detail. So that way we understand. So that way we know that how to worship God, which is the best way. Is it worshipping Him as a person or in His impersonal feature? God has got both features. That part we need to acknowledge. If somebody is worshipping God as an imperson, so that doesn't mean that they are doing something wrong. So God has got impersonal feature also. But what Krishna is recommending, that's what is very important. We need to look at it. That's what Arjuna asked the question here. Tesam ke yoga vittamaga. Of them, who is the best? So there is no question here that which one is the right or which one is the wrong. So that is not the question here. Arjuna is not asking the question that Tesam ke yoga vittamaga. He is asking that out of them, which is the best. He is not asking which is the right thing. So Krishna is saying that both are the ways to come to me, but worshipping me as a person is the best. Teme yukta tamamataga. That's what Krishna is saying. So I consider him to be the best. So when the question comes that whether we should renounce our actions or we need to perform our activities and renounce the attachment to the results of our actions. There also Krishna is very clearly saying that tayostu karma sannyasat karma yoga visishyate. That's what I mentioned yesterday. So compared to renouncing our activities, it is better to perform our activities, karma yoga. Tayostu karma sannyasat karma yoga visishyate. And we understood very nicely yesterday in the class that we understood that this studying Bhagavad Gita and worshipping Krishna, we will actually, very quickly, we will actually go to Krishna without any delay. So, Krishna said that, Sannyasastu mahabahu dukkam aptum ayogata. So, dukkam, distress will come if we want to renounce the activities. We cannot enjoy. We will experience distress, troublesome. So that's what in this sloka number 5 we studied yesterday in the 12th chapter. Krishna is teaching us that klesho adhigataras tesam avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatigir dukkam degavadbir avapyate. Avyakta hi gatir dukkam. So Krishna is using the word dukkam, even in the 5th chapter, 6th slokam, and also in the 12th chapter, 5th slokam, Krishna is using the word dukkam. Dukkam means distress. So that means these options are not good options for us. Renouncing the activities, sannyasa, is not a good option. And worshipping Krishna in his impersonal feature is not a good option. That's not the best option. Because we are going to be distressed. Klesho adhigataras tesam. This path is very difficult and troublesome. Adhigatara means very much. Very much difficult and troublesome. Klesho adhigataras tesam. Avyakta sakta chetasam. So, avyakta hi gatir dukkam degavadbir avapyade. That's what Krishna is saying there. So, that way, for us, it's very clear we just have to worship Krishna as a person. That's it. It's very easy also. So when Krishna says, we already studied in the 9th chapter, Krishna said that Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upakritam Asnami Prayatat Managam. If anyone offers me with love and devotion, yeah, leaf, flower, fruit or water. Patram, pushpam, palam, toyam. A leaf, flower, fruit or water. I will accept it. That's what Krishna is saying. Patram, pushpam, palam, toyam. Yome bhaktya prayachati. Tadagam bhakti upakritam asnami prayatat managam. So Krishna will accept it. So when we worship Krishna as a person, then only it is possible for us to offer all these things to Krishna. And Krishna is asking in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you eat, you offer it to me. Yadasnasi tat kurusvamadarpanam. Yad karosi tat kurusvamadarpanam. So whatever you do, whatever you eat, you offer it to me. That's what Krishna is saying. Yajnasistha santo muchyante sarva kilbishagi. So if we offer it to Krishna and then we eat that prasadam, then we are freed from all sinful reactions. Muchyante sarva kilbisai. Whereas if we just prepare food only for our sense gratification, that means we are eating only sins. Bunjate te tu agam papa ye pachanti atma karana. So that way, worshipping Krishna is the best way of worshipping. Best easy way for us to reach Krishna, Goloka. Very quick. Krishna is using the word achirena adhigacchati, nachirena adhigacchati. Today also in this sloka we are going to study. Again Krishna is using the word nachirena adhigacchati. So Krishna is using many times in Bhagavad Gita. So that means without any delay. That's what. Without any delay. Achirena adhigacchati, nachirena adhigacchati means without any delay we will go. Even we studied in the 9th chapter sloka number 30 and 31, Krishna said that even if a person commits the most abominable activities but still engaged in my devotional service, he should be considered saintly because very quickly he becomes righteous. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijani name bhaktaga pranasari. Kshipram means very quickly. So nachirena adhigacchati means without any delay. Achirena, nachirena means without any delay. Very quickly. Kshipra means very quick. So for us, the path is very easy, very straightforward, and we can directly go to Krishna. So just take Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Bhagavad Gita is only one. Anybody who teaches Bhagavad Gita, they have to teach only the same way. No one can teach Bhagavad Gita differently. Because Krishna is the one who is teaching us Bhagavad Gita. That's what we need to understand. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is directly teaching us this Bhagavad Gita. Sakshat, he directly himself, Sakshat Kadayataga Swayam. And the knowledge which he gave it to sun god Vivaswan, and the knowledge which he gave it to Arjuna 5,000 years ago in the battlefield, and sun god Vivaswan millions of years ago, and that same knowledge we are studying here. Today. We are studying exactly the same knowledge, exactly the same way Krishna gave this knowledge to Arjuna. So the same knowledge exactly we are studying like that way only, without any difference. Because no one can alter this Bhagavad Gita. No one can change or modify this Bhagavad Gita, because this Bhagavad Gita is the purest knowledge. Nahi jnanena sadasam pavitramika vidyate. This Bhagavad Gita is the purest knowledge. So we are getting that knowledge. We are very, very fortunate, extremely fortunate that we are getting this knowledge. So when we understand this knowledge, so then we will be able to control our mind. We will be able to make our mind as our best friend. We will be able to control our senses, and we will be able to lead a very happy life in this world. And we'll also go to Krishna's world also. We'll get liberation from this material world. But those who don't study Bhagavad Gita, those who have no faith on this Bhagavad Gita, for them there is no happiness, not only in this world, they will not find happiness in any other world also. Ajnascha asraddhadanascha samsayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti na paro na sukam samsayatmanaga. Nayam lokosti ayajnasya kutonyaga kurusattama. So, when a person is ignorant, when a person has no faith on this Bhagavad Gita, ajnascha asraddhadanascha samsayatma, a doubtful person is destroyed. For him, for such a doubtful person, Nayam lokosti naparo nasukam samsayatmanaga. Not only in this world, you won't be happy in any other world also. So for us, the real happiness comes when we have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That is the secret. That is the secret. We won't be disturbed about anything in this world. Without this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are always worried about too many things. Always thinking about this and that. I don't know what will happen to that. I don't know whether I will get this or not. I don't know. So like that, all the time we are thinking about the results and all the time worrying. That's it. We are getting into depression, anxiety, all such issues. Stress. Our stress level increases. When we keep worrying, what happens? Our sympathetic nervous system will get kicked in all the time. When we get stressed, so then our body is going to be damaged. Our physical body health also is going to go down actually. There are a lot of valves in our body. So they will also won't work properly. That's why the acidity problem comes if you are getting stressful. There is a sphincter valve which lets the food only to go on one side. But if you get stressed, if the sympathetic nervous system is very active, so that means we are putting ourselves in trouble. The digestion also will slow down, and the heart rate will increase, and the respiration rate also will increase, and blood pressure will increase. All such problems will come when you don't have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If we just have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are not worried about anything, because we are remembering only Krishna only. When we remember Krishna, we are very happy actually. We don't have to think about anything. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to worry about our future. We don't have to think about anything. So our mind is very, very peaceful. That's why Krishna is saying that Jnanam labdva param shantim na chirena achirena adhigacchati. So now today we are studying the 6th and 7th slokas together in the 12th chapter. It's very important slokas which I have quoted many times in the past. Krishna is saying that in the 12th chapter, 6th and 7th slokam, Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaga ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samuddartha mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaga ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Those who perform all the activities only for my sake, only for me. Sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaga. So attached to me, being attached to me. So those who perform all the activities, those who do all the activities only as an offering unto me. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa nirasi nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigadajvaraga. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. You surrender all your works unto me. Don't have any desires for yourselves. Nirasya nirmamo bhutva, without claiming for any proprietorship. Nirasya nirmamo bhutva yuddhasva vigatadvaraga. You just fight, free from lethargy, you just fight. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. Mai sarvani karmani. What happens if you do like that? Why Krishna is asking us to work for him? Why Krishna is asking us to do everything for himself? Because Krishna is saying that if you do like that, then by my mercy you will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying. By my mercy you will attain the supreme destination, permanent abode. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapasrayaga matprasadat avapnoti sasvatam padam avyayam. So sarva karmani api sada kurvano madvyapasrayaga. If you perform all your works all the time only for me, kurvano madvyapasrayaga matprasada tavapnoti sasvatam padam avyam. By my mercy you will attain the supreme destination, permanent abode, sasvatam padam avyam. That's what Krishna is saying. That's why here Krishna is teaching us in the 12th chapter, 6th sloka. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaga ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Without any deviation, ananyenaiva yogena, performing this yoga, doing all the activities for me, ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Those who worship me, dhyayanta, meditate on me, upasate, mam dhyayanta upasate, tesham aham samuddarta mrityu samsara sagara. This material world is mrityu samsara sagara. Mrityu samsara sagara means it is the ocean of death. That's what mrityu samsara sagara. So this is a material ocean. So mrityu, here death is certain. Here it is temporary, miserable well. So this miserable well, mrityu samsara sagarat, bhavami nachirat pata. Krishna is saying that without any delay, aham samuddarta means I quickly deliver them. Samuddarta, I am the deliverer. So I free them from this material well, material bondage very quickly, without any delay. Bhavami nachirat pata, mayave sita chetasam. Those who focus all their thoughts on me, those who focus their mind on me completely, mayavesita chetasam, then I quickly deliver them from this ocean of material miseries. That's what Krishna is teaching. So this nachirat. Nachirat means without any delay. That's what as I said. Even in the 4th chapter also when Krishna said that, Jnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. When we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will get the supreme peace of mind without any delay. Achirena adhigacchati. Also Krishna said that in the 5th chapter also 6th sloka, Sanyasastu mahabhago dukkhamaptum ayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma nachirena adhigacchati. So by yoga yukto, by performing this yoga, we will attain the Brahman. Brahman means Krishna's abode. So that Munir, so that sage. So that means when we worship Krishna, when we follow what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, we are Muni. So that Munir Brahma nachirena adhigacchati. We will attain Krishna's abode without any delay, very quickly. Same thing here Krishna is saying that Bhavami nachirat partha mayavesita chetasa. So, but if you don't do that, if you don't have faith on Krishna, if you don't follow Bhagavad Gita, so then what's going to happen? We already studied in the 9th chapter, 3rd sloka, Krishna said very clearly, Asraddadana Purushaga Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivattante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. So Mrityu Samsara, the same Mrityu Samsara Krishna is using in the 7th sloka and the 12th chapter is also using in the 9th chapter, 3rd sloka. So those who have no faith on this dharma, asraddadana purushaga dharmasyasya parantapa aprapyamam, without coming to me, nivattante mrityu samsara vatmani, they will come to this ocean of material miseries again and again. That's what Krishna is saying. But whereas if we just worship Krishna, yetu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaga, if you worship Krishna, we will directly go to Krishna. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Partha, For them, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. That's what Krishna is saying. That's what we should do. That's what we are doing. We are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. By Krishna's mercy, we are making excellent progress, great progress. We are studying, we are understanding this knowledge, this most confidential knowledge. Raja Guhyam, Guhyottamam, Paramam Guhyam. So we are able to study and understand by Krishna's mercy. So definitely Krishna is going to deliver us from this material well. There is no doubt. Only thing is that we need to keep studying this Bhagavad Gita and keep spreading Krishna's message everywhere and keep creating so many devotees everywhere. So just do this, repeat, do this continuously. That is the only service task we need to do to please Krishna. Then definitely Krishna is going to help us. Krishna is going to deliver us from this material well. Hare Krishna, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 2 slokas today, 6th and 7th slokas in the 12th chapter. I'll stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.